They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Ready, 18, Gator. 5.
Watch the pass. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Switch. 48.
Ready.
Second and 14. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
57's right. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 57's right.
Yep.
57.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Ready.
Mike, 57. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch the shit.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Break.
The mic. 57's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Let's go.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run the counter now. It's Anderson. Anderson a first down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Rodney Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What we got?
Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. He may try and run for this. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run in the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Just like that. Just like that.
Hey, Haywood!
57's the mic. Rock 57. It's been a long day.
Go!
2nd and 11. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! You gonna... Yes!
Check 99. Check
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Chopper! Chopper! Hey! High 7!
48. Mike 48. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hustle, get it!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, Dobbins That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They start the drive with Anderson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
64, now.
2nd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, exit.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go.
57. Mike, 57.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Look at me, zipper. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Hey, defense, let's go.
57, Mike, 57. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Switch.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just... Under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And from down in Miami, an update. The Patriots have jumped out to an early lead over Miami. Andrew Luck leading the charge offensively. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their...
That's caught inside the 20. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jordan Evans in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw.
That's trash. That's trash.
Hey, whoa, hit it.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Tyrone Crawford, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He's going to field this at the 4. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL...
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
80 weapon. Go, go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Check, check. 49. Smooth. Check 49.
57.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Orbit, 61, matchbox, lights.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Let's go, defense.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. They'll drop the throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Five.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
6 man.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They're going to look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check.
Go on.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow... He's got it! Touchdown, Bengals! From 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Go, now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Back to throw. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
You better be afraid of me.
57.
Hey. Get it.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Come on, boy. Yep. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Hey, Delta.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football,
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like, it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Check 55, Mike.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Oh, he trucked him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.